Welcome to a test in me learning not to say vinyls because it's improper and I say it way too often. And I say vinyl in general way too often. I need to say records more. Anyways, this is me showing off my records I purchased from Denver record stores I visited, specifically Twist and Shout and Wax Trax, both incredible record stores. And now I can say for definite that I enjoy Twist and Shout more than Wax Trax. But I'll explain all that while I go through. Let's start off with my Wax Trax finds. And specifically, let's start off with my cheapest Wax Trax purchase for only $2, a 10-inch Jazz 10-inch Twin Danger EP. This was pre-released before they released their actual album, and I had never heard of this band, but it was in the jazz section. It was $2, and it was a 10-inch, and I love 10 inches so much. So I had to get it because it was like, look new, it's brand new. The cover, as you can see, looks beautiful. The back has the track listing. It's a really interesting band. I saw some interviews and stuff from them on NPR, and they're basically going for a classic jazz sound, but a punk rock feel to their live shows and just like modern live shows with an old-fashioned sound. I listened to the album and it was fantastic. Totally worth the money I paid for it and more, but luckily I didn't pay more for it. So it's a little 10-inch. It's fantastic. Check them out. Cool band. I have yet to go online and listen to their whole album because they now have an album, but it's just super cool for $2. I mean, you can't find a better deal, especially at Twist and Shout, because that store is gonna have your more expensive stuffs. Not that Wax Trax doesn't have expensive stuff, but everything there is just going to be like, money, money, money. And you'll be like, what? No. But you have to pay to get the stuff they sell. But they do have more selection, tons and tons of CDs. I spent too much time looking at the CDs. I looked, yeah. And they have books on music and stuff, and some magazines too, which I meant to pick up a magazine, but I spent a lot on what I did buy. So I probably couldn't have bought one, and I had just forgotten about it at the end to look it up. But my other great purchase, well, all these purchases are great, but this is probably my second, well, I don't know, it's just a great purchase. Again, Duke Ellington, Take the A Train, 1973, release from RCA Records. It's a custom edition. It's amazing. It's got Take the A Train featured on it, and then other great Duke Ellington songs. And this is my first Duke Ellington record, so I'm pleased, and it's in great condition. So pleased with that purchase. Yeah, I cleaned off actually any of my vinyls I purchased from my Denver shops if they were dirty, but some of them honestly were in great condition. So that's cool. That they ended up being in great condition, and you probably see, so you just don't look here. You won't know what I'm showing you next, right? And this one is Lionel Hampton, fantastic. I had to have a Lionel Hampton this time. I had to find one and purchase it because I knew they had copies, and so I figured I just had to get one because Lionel Hampton is a fantastic vibes person. There's this sick picture I found online of Lionel Hampton and Glenn Miller in the same photo, and is one of the coolest photos I've ever seen. Definitely cool, one of the coolest historical photos. This is just Lionel plays drums, vibes, and piano, and it's got him on the cover, so it was cool. And it was a great condition. They had some other cool ones, like Wax Trax had some cool ones of him, but the coolest one was more expensive, and then the cool one was about in the same condition, if not a worse condition, than this one was. And so I'm pleased with my purchase. That one I had to clean off, but it looks good. Got a cool gold label, study and high fidelity sound, audio fidelity. Records. So it's a thick vinyl. I dig it. A little hard to get in. Doesn't really fit perfectly, but it works. And I haven't given all of these a listen yet, but hopefully I'll be able to listen to them soon because I have so many new records to listen to. And my best purchase, my most expensive purchase, my favorite purchase, I love it so much. Raiders of the Lost Ark reissue. I was planning on purchasing this online, and online they only have for sale, like, well, they do have this plain copy for sale. They have color vinyls. They have one on stone, and they have one on like gold with swirls in it. And I will link down below to an article about this repressing and the fancy represses, but this is just the plain black vinyl, which I honestly kind of prefer because it just seems like more classic, like the classic release. This is a reissue. They're doing apparently reissues of all 3 albums, so I'm super stoked. This cost me 31 bucks, but just any soundtrack nowadays is going to be super expensive, so same price online, so it's not cheap, but if you love a good soundtrack, and I love this movie so much, then you may be willing to purchase it, because it is fantastic, and it comes in a nice inner sleeve. I don't know how the colored vinyls will come, but yeah, it's got that fancy clearish type, and it's a 2 LP, and they've got some, it's like reworked, remastered, different like intros, or just, I don't know, different speaking parts. I guess they have some speaking parts of the movie to start off some of the songs, and they've edited it to make it just like sound like it works together better as an album. So I'm really looking forward to listening to this. I haven't gotten a chance yet, but hopefully I do too soon. Just been busy and got a ton of vinyls in. And moving on to Wax Trax. This one will look more like your typical record shop atmosphere, not modern with a ton of different music-related things and everything you can imagine and everything you could ever want. But they do have nice jazz vinyl selection for sure. I had to decide between purchasing 2 records, excuse me, see, I'm testing myself, 2 records, or buying 1 Impulse record, and I have my first Impulse record, which is a major jazz label outside Blue Note. Those 2 are probably the biggest ones. I have not yet bought a Blue Note because all of those are just crazy, either crazy expensive or new and still expensive, and I don't really buy new records unless they are new or just I know the music enough to really recognize it and enjoy it. And as far as jazz goes, a lot of it is just I enjoy jazz, the style, but there's not many songs which I can be like, yeah, that song is very memorable to me within jazz. It's just all of them are great, and so is this album worthy of my purchase for that much money on a new format, and when I could buy some other ones I like on an old format for a lot cheaper? No, so I'll buy the cheaper ones. But I decided to go with the 2 records because one of them I actually had on my want list on Discogs, which I will talk about in an unboxing. I'm wearing a different shirt. If you know the reference to this shirt, good on you, you're a cool person. But I was just recording before this an unboxing of some music I got in from Discogs. Today I purchased it off of Record Seller on there, 2 songs. So that'll be releasing later, but I filmed it before now because you'll hear why in the video when it releases, and that will be coming out soon. But let's just get into the Wax Trax already. So this is the one I had on my Discogs account. It's not the exact copy. This one has form written on there. My copy, I believe, also just had like that on the bottom and picture bigger and that. I don't think it said music from the pen of Quincy Jones. But I figure I need some bass in my collection. He's a classic. I need to know his music better. Certainly not as cool of a copy as the one I had saved, but it's still a copy, and it's still, the music is going to be fantastic. And it wasn't in terrible shape. Crazy one more time, there we go. And cleaning it off, I don't know. Yeah, I think this one I had to clean, but I cleaned up quite nicely. Just on the forum label, and so yeah, stoked to be able to listen to this and own it. I know it's Count Basie, so yeah, I really expanded my collection with records from musicians I didn't have and wanted to have records from them, so that is always nice. The top is of course really in bad shape, but they taped it together so it works, and it does not want to go in either, which is always a pain in the butt. But it is what it is. And this Wax Trax logo, by the way, is way cooler than last time. It's just got Wax Trax all over. I like it a lot better. And then probably my most interesting buy, just because it happens to be from Germany, like the record itself, and that is, and the cover's just weird. It's the Glenn Miller Carnegie Hall concert. My favorite jazz musician of all time. So fantastic. I love him so much, and I play trombone, and he plays trombone, and he makes the best music. And this is really what got me into jazz, and then I've gotten into like every type of jazz, really. But this is really strange cover material. I don't know if you can see. It's just really strange in the back. I guess it's a German thing, though, I'm going to say. Or it may be. I'm not sure. But I looked this up online just to make sure it was German, and it is. Because it's got German right there. So if you can read that, leave a comment down below. My brother took one German class in college, but I don't think he could read it. But it's got a really nice, that plastic as well as paper mixed inner sleeve, so that's cool. And it's like a really heavyweight copy, RCA. So I love Glenn Miller so much. I don't think you can really have enough Glenn Miller. Like for me, I could just keep collecting, but I'm not going to, because at some point it's just like, okay, this is repeats of albums, but it's still Glenn Miller, and it's still the best. And so this is Carnegie Hall concert, and I was gonna purchase. They still had the copy last time when I went last time, and that one just wasn't in good enough shape for me to want to purchase it. But and this one I was like, should I purchase it, because it's also like got a really weird cover. But then I looked at the vinyl itself and the case it came in, and I was like, well, that's really high quality, so I have to get it. So I did get it, and I'm very pleased with my purchases. Hopefully you found them interesting as well. I would highly, highly, highly give 5 stars, 10 out of 10 rating to Twist and Shout. Go check it out. Sweet record store. It's expensive because people are into vinyl now, and so vinyl records are expensive, so you're not going to be able to find them much cheaper than you do there. They have pretty fair prices for most of their stuff, but they have the stuff you want and the stuff you didn't know you wanted there. And wax tracks as far as records go. Weird atmosphere, weird music playing, but they got a good collection, especially of jazz. So go check out these 2 record stores, and hopefully you enjoy them as much as I did, and find some great music as well as I did. I will see you on Monday, where I play a weekly radio show featuring 2 songs based on a theme. So hopefully you find some great new music to love. So I'll see you then. Robin Hoodie out.